I wonder how many of you remember Belizean custard. You know, the instant kind bird's custard from the custard powder? Well, today I'm going to show you how to make custard from a powder, so it's going to pretty much be instant. It's a quick recipe. You're watching The Bear Pantry Show. Now this is how we make instant custard. I'm using this brand from my dad's store, Bird's Custard Powder. And see how it looks in the can? I even like the color. Now Joe and the children, except for Jada, hates custard. So they don't even like the color of this powder, but I love it. It looks kind of, not really white, kind of pinkish in here. I'm going to measure a few tablespoons into a little bowl. And I'm going to show you the easiest way to make this instant homemade custard. I've started by measuring 3 tablespoons of the instant custard powder, and I'm adding a little bit of cow's milk, and you can use the regular high-fat cow's milk, or you could use 2%, 1% skim milk, whichever one you want to use. And let me turn my stove off for a little while because I had the milk on kind of heating it up, but I want to mix this part first to show you guys that you have to mix it with the cold milk. Because if you mix it with hot milk or lukewarm or anything, or lukewarm water, hot water, it's going to get really lumpy. The powder, see there are some lumps there, but we're going to work those with a spoon to make those go away, and they will go away because of the fact that I'm mixing it in something cold. So this could be mixed in cold water or cold milk. And so I'm making it in cold milk. Of course, when I was a child, my grandmother used to make it with water, or maybe a little bit of sweetened condensed milk mixed down with some water, because we didn't have cow's milk when I was growing up. I think it's time for me to change these pots and pans because look, it's not real level when it's sitting on the stove. So anyways, this is some cow's milk again. I put 2 cups in this pot, and you can use a smaller saucepan if you have one available. I think my other one's kind of taken up with rice right now, so. And all I'm doing is on very low heat. I'm just kind of stirring it so that it won't burn or scald. And when it starts bubbling, see it's bubbling on the side here, but I want it to start bubbling more in here. That's when we're going to add that solution of custard powder and milk that we have ready. So it's getting there. This is a quick recipe. This is not going to take even more than 3 minutes to make this custard, okay? And I promise you, if it's like a rainy, cold day for you guys where you live, this is going to be an awesome little snack type meal. So I'm pouring it in here. And if after you work it in, you don't like the color of the custard, if it's too pale and you want it more yellow, you can always go ahead and mix more paste like that. See, this is yellow enough for me, and I have to move pretty fast because it's starting to get lumpy. So I have to move pretty fast. And this is pretty much done. I'm going to shut the stove off because too much more heat is going to really mess up this recipe. And so after this sets and cools down for a little bit, it's going to get even thicker, okay? So let me allow it to cool down for a little while, and then we're going to take a look at our beautiful custard. This is a couple minutes later. See? It's getting a little bit thicker. And it's going to get thicker yet as it cools down, and if you put it in the refrigerator, it'll be thick that the spoon can stand up in it. But with this custard, my grandmother used to put a little bit of sugar or sweetened condensed milk in it, and it would be such a sweet treat for she and I to eat on certain chilly and rainy days. So of course they have custard that other people know about where you kind of bake it in the oven and stuff, but this is our instant Bird's custard powder that we use to make this wonderful Belizean dessert. And I'm sure a lot of you will remember this fondly when you see this video. Here's our finished product. Nice, beautiful instant custard. See, I had some on the spoon already. Look, nice little custard dish to put it in and everything. And I've sweetened it with a little bit of condensed milk. I didn't put a whole lot. I didn't put this whole soup spoon, okay? I put a little teaspoon in there because really have to watch my sugar intake. I don't have diabetes, but it is in the family. And so I am like a pit bull when it comes to anything sweet. I eat it with a meal. I watch how much of it I eat. I check my sugar, you know, because I'm never going to get that disease and I don't want you guys to get it either. So I'm going to enjoy my little custard. It's cooled down sufficiently. Let me see. You don't want to eat this when this is too cold, okay? So, and then you have to make sure it doesn't scald your mouth. So just kind of blow on it to make sure. Wow. It kind of took me like right back to my grandma. I miss her so much. She died like over 25 years ago. But we used to do a lot of awesome things together before I came to America when I was 15. So this is one of my favorite meals with her. I did not put it in my cookbook because, you know, it wasn't like something from scratch or whatever. It's from an instant powder. But I realized that a lot of people don't know how to make it. And so I wanted to share my recipe with you. Thank you guys for watching the show, for subscribing, for liking, for sharing with your friends and family. And of course, thank you so much for picking up the book. Until I see you again, take care.